What is up, everybody? NittanyLionRoar here, and I've got some war hits for you here today. So I'm going to get right to that. But first, if you haven't checked out the live stream that I did yesterday with Mr. Spock, it's called The Watchtower, and I highly recommend going to check that out. I think Mr. Spock and I talked a lot longer than we had planned on talking, just because we're both such analytical people. So we had lots of thoughts about the game. Uh, I mean, first we really just got to know each other and let you as the viewers get to know us a little bit, talking at the beginning. But then we talked a lot about like war and the defense meta and what heroes are on the rise and things like that. So I'm excited today to dive into war because I had mentioned, and he had mentioned, how defenses have changed over the last few weeks to adapt. And there were some heroes that I mentioned I think are probably being overlooked, but might be useful. So I think I'm going to test them out in war today. And I don't think it's that risky. I'm going to change my teams up a bit. I've been a little skeptical about how Costume Regard has been doing, as people have been taking status ailment heroes out of their defense lineup, but I think teams have been kind of slow to do that. So we're still seeing, like, even my defense still has Gravemaker in it, and you're going to see the defenses here still have some status ailment heroes. So I can't completely abandon cleansers and things like that. So I'm still going to have a couple Costume Regard teams, but I'm going to try some of the new heroes that I haven't really tried out in war before, like Costume Kirill, Costume Melindor, things like that. So I wish I had some of the heroes I said were on the rise or are being overlooked but could be useful in the new meta, like Margaret. I think, I talked about this in the stream yesterday, but I think Margaret could be very good when we're in a meta with a bunch of direct damage dealers and things like that. So, yeah. Hey, what's going on? What's up, Gavadarin, Laura, Noob, Miss March? Lots of familiar names here. Mr. Song, Anne. Hey. Lucia, or Lucia, depending on which part of the world you're in. Thanks, John. Mahone too? Did I say your name right? All right. Excellent. Let's go ahead and dive right into this war then. Um so I'm going to put my new teams off to the side that I'm just testing. I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but I'm going to give it a try. The first few hits are going to seem familiar because they're tried and true tested teams that I know do well, so that's just what I'm going to go for. All right. Okay, here we go. By the way, how's the background? Some people said last week it was a little too flickery and distracting. I took the flickers out of it. So, how is it today? Is this better? Worse? Or do you just prefer not to have a moving background at all? By the way, as I'm playing, if I miss anything in chat, I apologize as I'm trying to concentrate here. I'll try to go back through it and see what folks are saying. I don't mean to miss anything, but I do also need to concentrate on what I'm doing here. So, not hot chocolate, coffee. I didn't drink my coffee in time for the stream. Usually I have coffee before the stream and then I drink like some kind of like seltzer water during the stream, but or like flavored water. But today I didn't drink my coffee in time. This is a very good board. So like, when I go, if I go complaining about bad boards ever, there's good boards too. This is a good one. Last war was sort of atrocious for bad boards. So I got lucky on this one. All right, so I don't really mind if Gravemaker goes off, so I'm just not even going to worry about him. What's up, noob? All right. I don't think that Missandra's the most threatening on the board necessarily, but I wanted to create a bigger gap here. Unfortunately, she revived. Let's see if I can kill Drake. Here's the thing. I feel like if I use Costume Regard now, she'll have the attack needed to kill Drake. If I don't do it, he'll probably live, but then I can cleanse him. Um, I think I'm just gonna try and kill him and save. Yeah, see, if I if I had used Costume Regard, then he would have died. But I can I can just go ahead and cleanse then. This one's on easy mode. Thank you, Chang. Hey, Thomas. I didn't even check to see what the score was. I should have done that. We just have to deal with Missandra's coming back to life there. All right, let's go check the score. All right, we have 6,018 with 15 hits left. Whoa, this is a close war. They have 16, we have 15. This is practically tied. This is practically tied. Wow. So I'm just taking a look around the board here to see what the lay of the land is. All right. Okay, next team is going to be a boom or bust team. I'm trying to see which. I think it probably would go best against this one. We'll try it anyway. It's gonna be Costume Quintus Wilbur. Guardian Kong, Jean-Francois, and another leveled Costume Regard. So like I said, I'm not abandoning the Costume Regards. And actually I need to check that to see if I really want to take Costume Regard here. I might have other options. I gotta think for a moment. Let's look at the enemy info. So I would really only be clearing Gravemaker. That might be okay. Let's see. His attack boost is really what makes him good, though. I think we can still run with this. I think that would be okay. I do want to put the bigger mana troop on Guardian Kong, though. All right. All right. I want to finagle this board a little more. I can cause a little cascade of purple into yellow. It messes up a red match, but I need more reds anyway, so... Well, it messes up one red match and makes another one. Maybe I can get some red tiles to coalesce down there in the lower left. Let's see. Ooh, wasn't able to. Now we gotta endure 2 turns of this, which I may or may not be able to do. Oh, yeah. I'm in trouble, guys, because between Lepus and the bunny, see, Lepus hits so hard, and they have so many minions. Oy, yikes! Dang, this is one of my better teams too. All right, so that last good board, kind of um made up for this, I guess. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, am I gonna pull this one out? Maybe. I did it. I did it. Oh man, I thought I was so dead there. Do you remember that moment? I had two dead heroes, another one almost dead, and they still had like everything except maybe I knocked out Teleria by that point, and they had multiple minions. I don't know how I pulled that out. Wow. Wow. That was exciting. My heart is like pounding. I don't know if you guys didn't pay attention to what just happened there, go back and rewatch that. That was fun. All right, let me see what chat's saying. What's my opinion on CD Projekt Red's work practices, not letting their reviewers release the gameplay footage until launch and then not giving console reviewers copies? Oh, yeah. Okay, so when you first said work practices, I thought you meant like the work conditions for their workers, which I do have an opinion about. I just feel like when a game company is making that much money, you have some to spare to hire more workers so that the load isn't as heavy. But there's always this push and pull in these type of industries where if you hire more workers anyway, you just load them up with work and try to make the game look better. But so I don't, they just need to stick to being ethical on that front, no matter how many workers they have. But about the reviewers, um, and gameplay footage and not letting console reviewers, you know what? I don't know. I don't care about the reviewer part, I guess. Like, um, I don't know. I just, I think they probably knew the game wasn't ready, and they can't send things that aren't ready to reviewers. Like, they literally were running up to the last minute to release Cyberpunk 2077. So, I think that, if you give reviewers bad copies, well, you're going to get bad reviews. So I don't know. I mean, like, I'm a pretty simple guy too. So like, I don't know. I think it's a nice thing if a company gives their games to reviewers early to review, but I don't, I don't think they have to. I think it's become part of the culture to expect that, but I don't know. I guess I just haven't thought about that part of it much. Um, Rashu, hi NLR. Oh, am I gonna make a 5-star tournament video this week? Maybe if you guys want it. The one thing with tournament videos is for how much fun I have doing them, people just don't watch them as much. So if people watch them, I'll make them. So if y'all want them out, like feel free to ask me for tournament videos. I know certain specific people like to watch those. I enjoy doing them. But they just tend not to get the views. All right. All right. Checking chat, checking chat. Yeah, Quintus, the costume Quintus won it for sure. Uh-huh. When I got purple diamond and was able to use him and then use the purple diamond to hit everyone and then yeah, that totally won it. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep, there's a lion behind me. All right. So I'm just checking something. Checking. Okay, here we go. Let's move on to the next hit. We've got two more basically one-shots here. Do I have a good one for my yellow team? Probably this one, actually. This isn't really a one-shot, but it's got a purple flank, and I've got a good yellow team to go against it. So it's almost a one-shot, but not quite. All right, Delilah. Delilah. Where or art thou, Delilah? I know I'm probably passing it. I do this all the time, don't I? There she is. Okay, let's go with Anzo and Marjana. And I'm gonna put the big mana troop on Delilah. She needs a level 23 mana troop or higher to become fast. But since I'm using Costume June, I'm putting the littler mana troop on him. I actually probably don't even need to. I could probably his defense is a little weaker. Maybe I'll put the crit troop on him. Yeah, the jack attack videos were fun to do. I would say that strategy is probably a B strategy. It's probably not the best strategy. But and maybe it's better in not rush attack tournaments where everything is very fast. Maybe I'll try it again in the future. I don't know, but it was fun to do. It's especially fun when you get Magical Christmas Land where you set up all the bombs going off. Oh my gosh, look how tight this war is. All right. Um, I can set up two reds. There's a whole lot of green on the board. I don't know how I'm gonna get the yellows I need. I set off the red, it'll set off the purple, it'll bring up the second red. I think I need to go for cascades here. Oh, there's the third red. That's nice. That's nice. Let's see. Do I go after the biggest threat or do I go after the thing that will probably eventually keep me from winning? um I think I have to go after Black Knight. This is going to be a very slow board. I'm going to wait a little bit on Enzo because I want to get the max heal out of him. Set that off. I want to come up. So let's see. I don't have enough red to charge Enzo again, so set off a little cascade. Oh, yeah, that was what I was afraid of. But I think I can kill him with yellow tiles. No? Oh, see, the bunny's gonna kill White Rabbit now, so I would have liked to use this after the bunny, but I don't want her to kill any of my heroes either. Wow, that was something else. I think I have time to make this green diamond. Hopefully. I really need to set Marjana off. I'm gonna go for the green diamond. It's probably risky. Yeah, see, that's why it's risky. Because June's probably gonna kill Marjana now. Or that. Man, their attacks are like insane right now. Let's just hope and pray he hits. All right. Ah, once again. Ooh, these are tight today. Oh man. Wow. Nasansala, thank you. I appreciate that. Is it the Star Wars shirt? It's got to be, right? Uh, let's see here. Okay, who do I have for Heimdall? And we do have some status ailment heroes here. So I haven't really done anything new for you guys, but I probably need to go with a good old status ailment cleansing team here. All right, so who do I have for that? Um, okay, I've got Costume Demisha. I could do Rigard. Maybe that's what I have to do. I think I'm gonna go Costume Demisha. Let's put her over here though. Thanks, James. Thanks for subscribing. And then we'll go with Sashat. Actually, let's see. I've got a better idea. I hope this works. I have a better idea. So I'm going to use Costume Curel. And I hope this is good. I'll go with a trusty old Liana. I could potentially use Greg. What are the stats between those two like? I wonder. So 718 defense, only 1200 HP, which actually is bad against their status ailment heroes. He's a little beefier. Maybe I'll go with him. But I need to make sure he has the big mana troop. There we go. I'm going to put the level 6 crit troop on Evelyn, and then I'm going to go with Alice here. All right, so for those of you who don't know, Curel Costume recovers 28% health for all allies. All enemies get negative 34% attack for 3 turns, and all enemies get negative 34% defense for 3 turns. So that's kind of cool. That's one of the heroes I mentioned could be overlooked in wars right now. I'm going to use Francine as my cleanser. She's sort of like having 2 or 3 cleansers on one team, so that's why I'm bringing her. And I definitely need cleansers here. This is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to win with this attack team against this defense. I am reaching down into like this is sort of the 5th team that I had outlined for today. But all of their defenses are tough, so there's no getting around this. Once we reset, we can choose some easier opponents. All right. There's no obvious like non-green or blue moves to make here, I think. 1, 2. Could make that purple off to the side, but I'm not sure how that benefits me. Maybe I'll just try this one up the middle and see what comes in its place. Yeah, not great. There's a nice green match right into Vela. Yeah, because I think I can do that green match into Vela. I can set the Dragon Bomb off, which will let the yellow match be made so I can set off the third green match. This is going to mess up the... Setting off the Dragon Bomb now, though, is going to mess up the yellow match into the green match. Setting off the diamond and the Dragon Bomb, because if I set the Dragon Bomb off, of course the... But let's see, I can do this green match and I've got it. So do I want to set the Dragon Bomb off because it's going to throw stuff into Jabberwock and doesn't matter? Man, I do not want Jabberwock to go off right now. I think I'm going to go with this move. Set my 3 greens off. Yeah, that was painful. I definitely can't have Heimdall going off. Thanks for subscribing, Vincent. I appreciate it. All right. So this is why I study the board, so that I could outline this path. I was looking at the percentages there. I didn't say everything out loud that I was thinking because I got really deep in thought there, but that's why I think it's important to study the board and see a few moves ahead and what you might be able to do. I don't always see that far ahead, but I was seeing about 5 or 6 moves ahead, just thinking about the percentages of tiles coming up from the bottom and things like that. And of course, some unpredictable things can happen at times, but that worked out pretty well. What's up, Zion? Welcome. Thank you, W. Palarone. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. I've got 2 more hits. Here's the thing. We don't have a lot of hits left, and I'm kind of killing it today. I'm undefeated so far. So I really should be going for 1-shots. Let me chat with my team. All right, I'm gonna let my war generals decide what I do with this, because um I mean, we're like a top 100 tier 1 team. Nobody likes to take these, but somebody has to, right? So it's either gonna be me or it's gonna be somebody else. We have 11 hits left, so we have 11, they have 9. This is essentially tied. We might actually want to wait till the end of the war. All right, so I'm gonna wait, and we're gonna have to coordinate here because when a war is this close, there's an hour left. It's actually gonna make sense to kind of see what they do and see what we need. Like if they can string together a bunch of 1-shots here, then when we flip the board, we're probably gonna have to like go all out one shots. But if they mess up a lot, then we can be a little bit safer. So we have some math to do, which is not typical on the stream. Typically, we know one way or another if we're going to lose definitively or not. But this is exciting. What a close war. Yeah, so I'm going to take some time to set up the tourney team now. And we have a 5-star war. Looks like we're missing purple, so we want a yellow tank if we can. Each buff adds an attack multiplier. So I feel like good old Gwyn. It's been a while since we used her. She has a buff. So she reduces the enemy's mana, but the caster and nearby allies regenerate 612 HP over 4 turns, so that's a buff. The caster and nearby allies get plus 54% against dark for 4 turns, which doesn't really matter in this tournament, but that is also a buff. So, Guinevere. All right. What other buff heroes might I have to put in this defense? Mickey's kind of good, but he's slow. I want to be a little faster. I don't have a lot of like buffing heroes. I have a lot of status ailment heroes and a lot of cleansers and things, but not a lot of buffers. We were actually just talking about Guinevere a little bit on the stream yesterday with Mr. Spock, because we were talking about the history of like really good tanks, and Guinevere was one of them. All right, well, I think maybe I'll just do this. And who do I want in the back? Probably, let's see, who are my good snipers? Alice. And I think I just want to be fast, I guess. I could put Marjana up there too. She's another rogue. She has 18 emblems. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with her. That should be fine. This is a pretty basic defense, but it goes well with, like, gosh, I want a hero in here, though, that will give everybody a buff. Got Kingston there, too, but he's not as strong. Who gives everybody a buff on my team? I just don't think I have many. I mean, I've got Ranveer, but that's not great. I've got Mickey, that's not great. I could do, like, 2 reds so that they get the elemental link. That might be the way to do it. He gives himself a buff because he regenerates 540 HP over 4 turns. And the resurrection buff. Maybe that's what I do. I'm gonna go this way because Gravemaker will give a buff, and then Tyr will actually also give himself a couple buffs. Aegir, yeah, and we were talking about Aegir yesterday on the stream. He's good for a tournament like this. He's kind of just a tank though, so you would need to wait until like a blue tank version of the tournament. What's up, Chewbacca? Welcome. All the way from South Carolina. Oh, really? You think Ratatusker's not that great? I was actually just going to use Ratatusker in the war. I have some emblems on Ratatusker. Not a lot, but I have some folks in my alliance who think Ratatusker is one of the best healers in the game. I don't know what I personally think yet. I've used him. I think he heals a lot, and it's really, really nice. And especially against Titans, the green attack boost you get from the tiles is amazing. And I was going to use him in War here as like an alternate hero instead of Costume Regard, because I mentioned on the stream with Mr. Spock yesterday, I think I'm moving away from Costume Regard. Not completely, because teams still have status ailment heroes and I need him. But those that don't, um, maybe? Okay, I got to catch up on some stuff here. Look for the 53 pointers and crit troops. There's a bunch of them. Okay. Pressure. Do not lose. Okay, did they reset the board? All right, good. Okay, here we go. All right, so that Ratatusker team I was talking about. We want to go for a blue flank with that. So let's see what we got here. That's the mana troop. That's not a... That's probably not one we want to be chasing. That has a bunch of mana troops. Okay. E6, E4, E3. Yeah, that's a good one. And it's the blue flank, so I'm going to take this green team here. Let's go with... We'll start with Costume Demisha and see how that is. And then I'm going to do a shot. And we'll see how Ratatusker is. Maybe I should just be taking Teleria. I don't know. Oops, I meant to do Evelyn in that spot. All right, let's check this out. Okay. So I do want Costume Demisha. I actually want to put Kingston... Where do I want to put Kingston? I kind of want him in the middle. Yeah, because they have Gravemaker, and Kingston doesn't take the fire damage. So, Kingston, you go in the middle. Maybe I'll... This order is going to be all messed up, so I got to be careful. Kingston has to be in the middle. He doesn't have to be in the middle. He can be here. If I put... I can split it up this way. Best practice is to put Kingston in the middle because he doesn't take fire damage. The Gravemaker always only hits 2. He could hit 3 here, but if I put Demisha here, then she can cleanse 2 of the more important heroes in Ratatusker and Evelyn. We'll try this. This is weird, but I'll try this because I definitely want Demisha in a flank position so she can cleanse the heroes next to her. This is gonna be interesting. This is not one of my strongest teams. All right, green and purple, green and purple. There's a good amount of purple, but we got to get the stars to align a little bit. Mm. One. Yeah, so even though there's like a good amount of um, blue and purple here, there's like not enough to make a real good match. And I hate doing this, but I think I have to mess this up. There we go. That's why. That set up the 3 purples I needed. Let's just try to kill Heimdall. This is going to be a tough one. Everybody's about to go off. So did you see what just happened with Kingston? Gravemaker doesn't do crap to him. Ugh. Come on. Come on, rat. That sucks. Alright, that ninja's good, guys. So if you ever get that ninja... um... Alright, I can clean that. That's worth a lot of points. So... I don't think my last team is good for a one-shot. I could try it. But... Okay, everyone wants me to wait. TJ was in Extreme Panda with me. He still calls me boss. GD's the boss. uh, all right, so we're waiting on this last one to see if I need to do a one shot or not. How much time's left in the tournament? I didn't. I just went for completion. I didn't go for placing at all. I watched a movie last night and just kind of finished it. All right. I have a great team to clean what I just hit, but will go with a one-shot attempt if I have to. Man, that sucks. They just rattled off like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one-shots in a row, and we didn't hit any. I was the last one to hit a one-shot. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 fails in a row. Ugh. Jeez. What the heck? Who hit all those one-shots? All of them. That's like a crappy way to end the war. It was so close. And like what are the chances that your team misses all 6 and they hit all 6? All right, so they have 6 hits left. We have 5 hits left. Dang. I think they pulled too far ahead. That's too bad. That is too bad. All right, well, let's do some regular raiding while we wait. We'll go revenging yellow. What do we got going on here? I'm gonna trade Loki out for Anzo. Thanks, Day. Appreciate it. I love how it's like an old school pattern. Vintage. Vintage Star Wars. Yellow. Alliance South Africa. Cool. So if anyone knows yellow, let him know I'm fighting his team. You can watch the stream back too, so if anyone knows yellow and can tell them to go watch the playback. Here it is. All right, we got a Kunshin tank. That's great. There's not a lot of these floating around anymore, but they're starting to come back into favor. Let's go with Ariel. And Alice. So for those of you just joining, I still have one war hit left, but the war is so close. I have to wait to see if I need to do a clean or if I need to do a one-shot attempt. I think I'm going to have to do a one-shot attempt just because I don't think we have any hope. Just doing cleans. I don't know what happened right at the end that we, like as a team, they hit 6 one-shots in a row and we missed 6 in a row. But it is what it is. All right. Taylard of Assassins. If you are watching, I am fighting your team. Yeah, Kunshin's a great tank, and I think he's underrated still to this day. I mean, I think he wasn't before, but I think he's underrated today. I think he's a good tank. Do you think you're going to win, noob? All right, next up we've got Mr. C of Starzy Posey? Hope I'm saying that right. Oh, and we got an Alfreak tank. This is a tough tank. This is a tough tank. All right, let's see. We've got Aslar there, though. We could stop him with Melosi, but maybe I just want to go with firepower. I'll bring Poseidon. Did anyone here watch the Watchtower yesterday that I did with Mr. Spock? What'd you guys think? Do you have any feedback or suggestions for future ones? There's something happening here that I mentioned in the stream yesterday that typically healer tanks are the only place on a top tier defense you can really put a healer, and the tank clearly has to do more than just heal, because what's happening here is what I mentioned in the stream, which is if you have a healer anywhere else in defense, they have Vivica there in the corner, costume Vivica. What's going to happen is I'm basically going to kill all the heroes before she goes off, and then I don't care if she goes off. Thanks, Deep Six. Yeah, second star. So he was going off his phone, and that was the loudest we could get it. So couldn't turn him up anymore. So what I ended up doing was turning myself down, and so that we were balanced. But that meant everybody else had to turn up their mics or turn up their speakers or headphones or whatever you were doing to listen. So we might figure that out in the future. Try and get him to be a little bit louder. When he's hosting, he'll probably be using his computer, and thus will be a bit louder. All right. So now we just have to get enough mana to kill Vivica, and then we win. Yeah, yeah, audio can be funky, especially whenever we're like across the world and using multiple programs to try and run it. But I thought it was okay. Um, I was pleasantly surprised at how all the technology worked out for it. So yeah, just getting the audio exactly right will be the challenge for the future, I think. All right, we've got Teleria, but not many status ailment heroes, so I'm going to go with an Anzo build. Anzo, Gravemaker, tier. Sashat. Where's the big Sashat? There she is. All right, so for those who just joined or who are waiting, basically our war is so close that I am just waiting to see if I need to go for a clean or a one-shot attempt. I'll probably have to go for a one-shot attempt, even though I've got a perfect team to take out the clean for the one team I've messed up so far. I think if I were to try to get the most points I possibly could, I would probably want to do that clean. But I also think that the threshold has been passed to where we can't win if we do cleans. All right, Miron, good battle. And let's see, how many hits do I have left here? I've got 2 left. So Deoxy, 2005. We can take a blue team here. And I should have a Lacey hanging out. There we go. I kind of just like speed through raids. I don't think too hard about them. Not like war anyway. War is harder with all the um, war rules and such. And plus, I tend to face easier defenses in my raids. I think on this defense, Deoxy, if you're watching, Kunshin would make a better tank than Marjana. Definitely, because I was just talking about this, how on the top tier defenses, healers only really work at tank, and they have to do something else, and Kunshin does. He does defense down, so it would be good to move Kunshin up to the front and move Marjana back a little bit. Marjana's fine on defense, but she should just either be a flank or a wing. All right, here we get to use Loki. One thing I talked about in the stream yesterday was how people are tending to take status ailment heroes out of their defenses again because there's so many cleansers, so I'm not getting to use Loki as much as I had been. But here's like the dream is I want Teleria, Vela, Gravemaker, and Drake to all go off at the same time and then have Lady Loki go off, because that would be sweet. Alexandra, if you just hopped on, what I'm doing is waiting because we have an extremely close war. I have 1 hit left, and we need to see if I need to try a one-shot attempt, which would be a long shot, because it's a blue heavy team, or if I should go for cleanup to be safe. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go for the one shot because I don't think we can win if I go for a clean, unfortunately. We were like basically tied when I got on, but there was a point there at which they hit 6 one-shots in a row, and we hit 0 out of 6 in a row. All right, here's Magical Christmas Land. This is what I live for Lady Loki for. All this fire and water. By the way, I think it's funny that you can be like drowning and burning at the same time in this game. And we've got all this attack down. So Lady Loki uses her max damage here to put all that crap back on them. That just feels so good for one hero to do that. Um, Raiders Rock. It doesn't matter if Loki gets hit by them or not. Because it doesn't matter who has the status ailments, she takes them off and throws them back. She lifts all cleansable status ailments from all allies and randomly distributes them on enemies. So it doesn't matter where she's at. And in fact, she's so valuable, that's why I do keep her off to the edge, so that she's less likely to get hit, because I want her alive to be able to lift all the status ailments and throw them back at the enemy. So if you watch that playback again, you'll see no matter who has them, she distributes them. All right. So we got there. Thank you, Casey Rayback. Nice defense. All right. How are we doing with war now? Hey there, I was raiding. Okay, take my clean. Cool. Here we go. So this one's going to be, well, definitely, I have like basically all my blues left. So we're going to go with, let's go with Athena, Frida, and Lacey. And here's what I'm thinking about. I can go with Melindor and Greg, or since I'm going against, let's look here. Yeah, I think I want to do that because we have a blue flank and a red flank, and they'll balance each other out a little bit. So We'll take Liana and Melindor costume. We've got Jabberwock there, so I might want to move things around a little bit. I'll at least move Melindor to... Where did I put him? That slot, and we'll move Frida there. I just want to protect Melindor a little bit from Jabberwock, because you never know what could happen here. Thanks for the ideas there, Deep Six. Those are great. All right, let's just start by ghosting a little bit. That's a good match. Hmm. It's a tough board. I'm gonna start with this one. And then let's see what this does. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. I think how I lose this is Jabberwock. So I'm gonna try and work on killing him. Let's try this move first. I could also lose just from Gravemaker, really. Please don't hit Jabber. Please don't hit Jabber. Gosh, that's annoying, but at least I have the defense up. But all the heroes are going off now. That's too bad. I'm gonna see if I can hold on and not fire Elise yet. Like the question here is, do I risk firing her and have her miss? She is healing a little bit per turn, 203 HP. She's taking 242. So she's still losing life. She's losing more life than she's gaining, so I'm gonna try to... I think I'm just gonna try to get rid of... Ah, thank goodness. Okay. You can see why I was thinking I really need to take this team for cleanup, because it's my 6th team. It's a long shot, one shot team. How long is this gonna last? 1 turn. All right, so I can wait on that. I think this just kills Jabber though. Good. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, where are we at now? Wow, look at the score, 6389 to 6384. We have 3 hits left. They have 4 hits left. Oof. Okay. Well, that's my war. How did I end up doing? 248, so that's not too bad. We need to get a few more people up here though. to end the war. I wonder who has hits left. Okay, system has a hit. And then KB Hoops. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right, so I mean, it's going to come down to the wire. And really, I don't want to stream for 24 minutes just to see, just to see who wins. So like, maybe I'll report next time because I don't really have content left for you for 24 more minutes. So those are my hits, guys. Thanks for coming to watch today. If you haven't already, make sure to like the stream, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You know the drill. That way you know when I go live again in the future, and you can catch future episodes of the Watchtower. Now, I hosted it on my channel this time. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch that. Make sure to like that and subscribe. I also put a link in the description of it to Mr. Spock's channel, so you can go subscribe there. Because next time we do the Watchtower, it's going to be on his channel, and you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed so you can see when it comes up. So if you're subscribed to both of us, anytime you see the Watchtower go up, then you can set a notification so you can show up there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the ideas, Deep Six. Great ideas. And I will catch you in the next one.